Emma was right about the business at Roswell, and Millie got the elite trade there. She was forced into raising her prices just as one does with a rare painting or a manufactured product whose demand is exceeding the supply. There were several reasons for this. Millie was young and pretty. She was trustworthy. She was a successful businesswoman who associated with the powerful. But there was another reason that would finally stop her from whoring personally altogether. It was difficult for many of the citizens of New Mexico and beyond to believe that Millie had scores of men who were just plain good friends. There were those who came to Millie's houses just to visit and share confidences without any idea of going to bed with her or any of the other girls. Millie was puzzled all her life at society's failure to understand that the opposite sexes can have attractions for one another that have nothing to do with sexuality. She feels strongly that this is one of the major but unacknowledged causes of worldwide conflict, not to mention the petty personal problems of everyday existence. At any rate, she now had so many visitors who were just friends, and they took up so much of her time that she had to raise her rates to compensate. Then it happened. The meeting that would keep her away for a long time from her dream of owning whorehouses all over the West and finally settling in to oversee her empire from her beloved Silver City. When the man first entered Emma's, Millie knew he was something she'd not met before. True, he was tall, a little bony, but there was something elegant, even haunting about his sharp features and deep-set eyes, an indefinite helplessness that appealed to her deepest protective instincts. Millie remembers how all the free girls moved on him as fast as they could rearrange their makeup. She held back as he was served drinks and politely refused all approaches, visiting instead with Emma. She picked up enough of their conversation to learn that he was from California and was visiting Roswell on a quail hunting trip. He glanced at Millie a couple of times where she sat against the wall in her favorite lounging chair. Then he asked if he could play the piano. Emma said of course, he was welcome to, since the regular player had just taken a break. Millie was entranced as he sat his long body down in front of the piano in an easy and professional manner. He caressed the keys lovingly for a moment and then softly started playing. It was an unforgettable moment for Millie as he launched into "I'm in heaven when I see you smile." He looked straight at Millie and smiled. She returned the smile, feeling exactly like the title of the song. Howard Shapiro, a well-to-do businessman of half-Jewish, half-French background, played on. He rendered exquisitely several of the popular tunes of the day and finished with a resounding classic. The whole place was silent and enchanted until he stood up. Then there was loud, appreciative applause from all. Millie also rose to clap. He bowed from the waist and moved directly to her, introduced himself, and asked for her time at 9 the next evening. She agreed without hesitation or discussion of fees. Then he left without looking back. Howard was there at 9. When they entered Millie's room, there was a huge bouquet of flowers and 2 bottles of chilled, rare French wine. Millie was sure he must have brought them with him, as there was certainly nothing like it available in Roswell at the time. He poured them each a glass with much grace, then raised his glass and touched it gently to Millie's, giving her that wall-ripping smile, and said, "To our glorious future, my darling."